Here in this our circuit diagram, this is called a spring balance. So this spring balance is nothing but this is the normal view of our DC series motor. So this is the normal motor part, and this is the pulley. So this pulley is connected with the shaft. Okay. So now this is the brake drum, and this is the kilogram. So that kilogram that we have to mind, right? So here in DC series motor, we have to start our DC series machine only with the load. So we are applying 5 kg of initial load in both the spring balances, such that I have to ensure that my pulley should not be freely rotated, which means that I have to start my DC series motor with load. This concept things that you will study in theory. So I don't want to go in depth between why we are going to start our DC series motor in full load. So only this is the indication such that we are drawing an inclined line. So simply if we draw a straight line means this is the spring balance, so the motor is started with zero load, which means that no load. If it's an inclined line means this motor have to be started with only load, so the only one and only motor is DC series motor.
Okay, so now we see the circuit diagram of the machine. Okay, so here you have a positive, negative, then you have a DPST switch, then fuse, you are connecting a voltmeter to measure potential difference between these two lead, then you are connecting ammeter to measure what is the current flow through this particular machine, then you have a starter. Okay, so from the supply it is connected to a L, from the A it is connected to the Y. Okay, so Y, it is actually the field one lead of the field winding. So you have a YY, that is another lead of field winding that is connected to the armature A. Then you have a AA in the armature. From the AA, it is connected to the voltmeter, another one lead, fuse, then to negative. Okay, by the way, the circuit connection will get closed. Okay, so this motor is actually, the shaft of the motor is connected to a brake drum. Okay, with the help of brake drum, normally we are applying load. Okay, how we are applying load? Okay, so here you can able to see here. Okay, this one is actually the motor. Okay, the motor shaft is connected to this brake drum. Okay, so here in this brake drum you have a belt here. Okay, so from the belt it is connected to a spring balance to this particular variable thing. Okay, by varying this, okay, so you can able to apply more torque to this particular brake drum. Okay, by the way, you can able to apply load. Okay, so you can able to load the machine. Okay, how long you can able to load the machine? Okay, so you know there is a rated current for the machine, that is a 19 amps. You can able to load only up to the 19 amps. If you go beyond that, what happen? Motor winding normally get damaged. Okay, that's why they are represented there. Okay, rated current of the machine. So by varying this load, okay, you can able to load the machine from particular initial load condition to some maximum value. Okay, you have to ensure that current should not exceed the rated value. Okay, right. Okay, but initially you have to fix load to almost 5 kilogram, okay, in both the spring balance, right? Okay, so speed, what is the operating speed of the machine is normally, okay, so you have here the digital tachometer, okay, that is normally you have a proximity sensor. From that you can able to see the speed of the machine from this digital tachometer, right? Okay, let's we discuss the circuit connection for this experiment. So you have a positive and negative. I already said that if you close this switch, okay, supply is available between this two lead. Okay, so from the positive, okay, you can able to see the circuit diagram. Okay, from the positive, okay, DPST, fuse, everything. Okay, after that you have a positive and negative supply that is available at this point. Okay, so from this positive, okay, it is connected to a voltmeter positive. Okay, so here the positive of the supply is connected to the positive of the voltmeter. Okay, in the voltmeter you have a positive. Okay, then you have a 300, 600. Okay, you are using a 300 voltage meter. Okay, so here in the scale you can able to see here 0 to 300. Okay, on the top you have a 0 to 600. Okay, you know that the rated voltage is 220. Okay, you are selected the range 0 to 300. So you have to connect between plus and 300. So positive is connected to a plus. Okay, then from the plus you have to connect it to a, so positive is connected to a plus of the voltmeter. From this plus you have to connect it to a positive of the ammeter. Okay, there is a plus of the ammeter. You can able to see the ammeter here. Okay, ammeter also you have a range. Okay, plus, okay, that is a 0 to 15 amps, 0 to 30 amps. Right, so both are possible with this ammeter. You have to connect properly. Okay, so here the current is, you have to connect 0 to 30 amps. Okay, so from the positive you are connect from the positive of the supply to voltmeter, then the voltmeter positive connected to the positive of the ammeter. Right, so from the ammeter, okay, what you have to do, you have to see the circuit diagram. Okay, from the ammeter you have to connect it to L. Okay, that is the starter L line. Okay, so here you can able to see the connections is given to the L, right? So starter L. So after that, in the starter you have a okay, so A is connected to a field winding. Okay, here F1. Okay, in the circuit diagram it is notated as a Y. Okay, here you have to consider the field winding. Here it is represented as F1. You have to connect it to F1. Okay, after that you have a F2. Okay, another lead of the field winding. Then F2 is connected to a A1. Okay, one lead of the armature. So another lead of the armature is connected to, what you have to do? Another lead of the armature is connected to the negative of the voltmeter. Okay, so negative means that is a 300. Okay, actual meter you have to consider here 300. Okay, so you can able to see here